Hello, who is this?
It's Walter. Something happened.
Oh, well, what happened?
It's Mama. She passed away. Mama had a heart attack.
What? When? How?
Benitha, you know Mama's had heart problems ever since she left. They just finally caught up to her. We're having a funeral next week.
Okay, we'll be there, brother. Oh, it's been a while since I've last seen you, brother.
Yes, it has. Oh, hey, Asa guy. How are you doing?
Hello, Walter. I'm doing good. I'm sorry about your loss.
Well, we knew it would come one way or another. Anyways, how's things in Nigeria?
Oh, I'm working with this man called Nelson Mandela. He's looking to make a real change in Africa, solving their problems.
Who's Nelson Mandela?
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela, you know, the man who single-handedly changed the spirit of South Africans. He's an anti-apartheid activist who speaks out against the injustice dealt in South Africa. The systemic racism through the segregation of non-whites. Eventually his Defiance campaign and members in his organization, the ANC, used nonviolent negotiations tactics to end apartheid in South Africa for all black people in South Africa. Since then, his actions have improved the lives of many black people in South Africa. He has gained their rights after they have been missing for many decades. He is a true hero in South Africa.
Well, gosh darn, look at this man, making changes for the world.
Thank you. I'm just trying to make changes in this world we live in.
That's great. Well, we should probably get going home.
I can't wait to see the family again. It's been 7 years. I can't wait to go home.
Yo, Pops. I think I'm going to make varsity this year.
That's good. Do you think you're going to be starting?
It should be. I mean, I've been playing for the high school for 4 years, so I would think so.
Attaboy. Now let's see that swing.
Well, I think we should be heading to the school now. Tryouts are starting soon.
Alright, let's get going then. Good luck, son.
Thanks, Dad. Hey, Coach Smith.
What do you want?
I'm here for tryouts.
All right, go head over with the rest of the boys. All right, boys, you're all here to try out. I'll tell you your positions in a second. Now go to the field and get ready to try out. All right, I'm gonna hand you all letters saying whether you made it or not and the roles that you got.
Wait, what? Hey, Coach, I played really well. Why am I not starting?
You're not good enough.
But I want to play for varsity.
Well, I don't think you have a chance for varsity.
But I'm our best player.
Listen, you colored folk don't belong on our team.
Wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
You heard me, now leave.
Whoa, what's wrong, son?
I'm not going to start. I'm going to be a backup. And Coach says it's because I'm black.
What? That's it. I've had enough of that school. I'm calling Martin.
Martin?
Martin Luther. You don't know him?
No, who is he?
Martin Luther is an old friend of mine. He is a man who has fought for civil rights and equality for years. He has started many civil rights movements. His speeches have moved the entire nation. He even went to jail, and while he was in there, he wrote a letter from Birmingham jail, which included how harsh his treatment was on all black people. One last thing he did is organize a march on Washington for jobs, freedom, and justice with 300,000 participants in it. He led the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Oh, well, how do you know him?
My organization, the CRP, he contacted me, and shortly after, me and him became partners. Now, let me make a call. Mr. King. Yes, I've been well. That's great news. I've have some unfortunate news to. Yes. No, I've some terrible news to report. Well, it's my son, you see. I was hoping you could help out under the CRP organization. I think it could be a really big breakthrough for us. I understand. Let me know when you make your decision. Always a pleasure, Mr. King.
Hey, sweetie, I'm off to see the guidance counselor. Now, don't you eat no junk food before bed. I'm off to take the bus now.
Hello, I am Malcolm X. I had a rough past going to prison. I dropped out of school. I never really had parents. My name used to be Malcolm Little, but Little is now gone. It represents the past slavery my family went through as they were slaves with that name. The X stands for Lost Tribal Name. But if I have grown, I'm the spoke leader of the Nations of Islam for America, an organization where all Black Islams can come together. I've grown this organization by over 25,000 members. I give speeches about how unfair it is. Unemployment, underemployment, and economic injustice. MLK and his liberal movements are nice, but they are wrong. I believe that us Black Americans need land, power, and freedom, not desegregation. I believe we need to defend ourselves physically, not peacefully, because we just keep getting hurt.
Hey, sorry about that. Let's focus on what we're here to do.
You're right, Walter. If we want to carry this out, you know what it'll cost.
You're right, but it's for our rights.
Fine, let me make some calls.
I can't believe it.
Hey, calm down. What happened?
Well, I was going to the bus, and the driver, he made me sit in the back as usual. And when this woman, she was black, she sat in the front. The driver told her to sit in the back. She just refused, causing a whole scene. She kicked her out with all the other black people to get us out of there. Alright, bro, just cut it, bro.
Then what?
Well, I was talking to some folks, asking who she was. This nice woman said she was Rosa Parks. Apparently, she was well known as the mother of the Civil Rights Movement. She is part of the National Association Advancement of Colored People. It's the largest and oldest organization in America for civil rights. They fight the Supreme Court against segregation, including the outline of the segregation in schools. That was them. They're going to call this the Montgomery bus boycott, as people are now going to the boycott, being forced to go to the back of the bus. I think this is also the first lady of civil rights, as she is created the most movement out of any woman during this time. She is going to go down in the history as the leader of the civil rights.
Now that's impressive.
Is it really?
Now let's make our move.
Oh, well, how do you know him?
Well, he found out about our organization, the CRP, and then me and him became partners. Now, let me go call him. Mr. King. Yes, I've been well. That's great news to hear. I have some unfortunate news. There's been an issue brought to my attention about my son. Well, you see, I was hoping you could help us out by using our CRP organization.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and James Farmer, three of the biggest civil rights advocates, will be forming a protest that will take place at Clyde Warren High School because a 17-year-old athlete named Travis Younger was not given the same opportunity to be able to play on their varsity baseball team.
Dad, did you hear the news?
What's the news?
There's going to be a protest at the school with Martin Luther King and even James Farmers because they wouldn't start me on the team.
That's all thanks to me.
Oh, really? You did that?
Of course, Travis. We ought to put an end to segregation. No one's going to be able to tell who my son when and how he can play.
That's incredible, Walter. How did you pull it off?
Let's just say you got some connections when you own your own racial equality organization.
The state's going to be starting soon.
Let's see how it's going.
Looks like there's a bit of a crowd starting to form.
Are you guys gonna go?
If it's as peaceful as they say it'll be.
I heard it's being run by James Farmer and the Pacifist Fellowship of Reconciliation and the Congress of Racial Equality. So it should be peaceful because it's ran by James Farmer.
All right, let's go.
All right.
There's more people than I thought there would be.
Yeah, and it's only just starting up.
Was that James Farmer, the founder of CORE?
So who are you, and what are you here to do?
Some of you may know who I am. My name is James Farmer, and I'm here with the Congress of Racial Equality. Our group is one of the biggest peaceful civil rights groups in America. I am also one of the co-founders of the group. In our group, we organize all ends and supported the passage for civil rights and voting right acts for the Black community. So we are gathered here today to protest students here named Travis, who was denied the right to play with the other white kids. We shall hope the protest does not end up like the Mississippi Freedom Summer, where many people were beaten, arrested, and killed. And if the school retaliates aggressively, remember to remain peaceful like we did there.